All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to this video series where I'm documenting me growing a brand new online coaching or training business. And if you don't know, I run two businesses, and the first one is this one, which is on pace to wrap up January at about anywhere from like the low end, in my opinion, is like 75, maybe $70,000. Higher end, maybe $110,000 in total cash sales. Okay, and we'll spend about $30,000 on advertising, and then after team costs and everything, I'll personally keep about 45% as profit. Okay, and I'm not planning on spending any of that. I'm going to keep it in the business, spend more on ads, and build the team. Okay, that's kind of the plan. And so I figured I would just give you guys an update on how things are going. If you haven't watched part one or part two, those are both going to be in the description of this video. Part one, I'm showing you the business plan before I've even turned any ads on, before I really did anything. I'm showing you like the initial planning phase, the initial putting things together. And gosh, you guys, I mean, honestly, I so wish I had this series when I was, less than $40, $50, $60,000 a month, $100,000 a month with my coaching business. So if you do $10, $20, $30,000 a month with your offer, or you've got a lot of money and you're wanting to grow a business properly and build a coaching business the right way, I mean, this is an awesome series. Okay, so I figured what I do in this video is just give you an update on like the whole thing. So now we've just crossed the 3-month mark. Granted, December, we only ran ads for like the first 5 days of December, and then we turned them off because people are just in holiday mode. Our market was not ready for what we do, and we were break even on ads, and then it just didn't make sense. But now moving into January, we're getting a really solid return, about a 3x, first day return. And then within, 60 to 90 days, as people make the payments they've committed, it's more like a 5 or 6x return. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk you through Slack. Okay, I'm going to walk you through sort of the program, a little bit of that stuff, and then I'm just going to kind of rant. I mean, there's really no clear plan other than pull back the curtain and just show you what I've got going on and like what's going on, because I don't want this to feel like I'm just talking. I want to really lead by example and like show you what I'm actually doing. Okay, so I'll start by just showing you like, I think this is a cool place to start. Okay, so this is our book to calls channel in Slack, and if you know anything about Slack, you can set these automations for your whole team. Slack's a great place to have your whole team, and every single one of these that you see, every single new book to call, that's a new sales meeting that's been booked onto our calendar. Today's actually sort of a slower day. We've got, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it's 4 o'clock, and usually we'll have like 12 to 15 by 4 o'clock, okay, but we've got 9 right now. And this is without any of our appointment setters on the job. They're just getting back into the fray. I think tomorrow they get back into things kind of after the holidays. So that is just people booking right off of the video. For those of you who don't know, we have a VSL funnel. That means we run an ad. People can opt in. We say, hey, come check out this training video. I'm going to teach you this thing. Essentially, you can watch the first video for more of a breakdown on this. They watch a video. If they like what they're learning, they book a call with us. And then on the next page, you have some information and some material that they go through before their call. We have about a 60% show-up rate right now, depending kind of on the day, maybe like 65%. Of that 65%, we close 30%. Okay, so we've got a really solid return, and it's very consistent. I don't have to make any content. I don't have to be on my grind. I don't have to do anything. I mean, it just runs itself completely. That's the beautiful thing about a VSL funnel. If you do it right, you don't have to be like an influencer. And I've really burnt out in the past making a ton of content for my business, and I wanted to really build a business where whether I'm like, on fire that day or not, we're still going to do, 3, 5, 8 grand in sales that day. Okay, maybe more. The goal is that by the end of Q1, we're doing anywhere from $200,000 to $300,000 a month. Because right now I only have one sales rep, and we multiple book their calendar on a given slot. So one slot, 1 hour, can have anywhere from 1 to 3 appointments. And then it's on the setter or on them to decide which appointment has the best form or which one had the best pre-interaction with us over text. That then determines if that's worth taking. And then we have a second closer who's actually my brother, who's learning through that overflow, through the lesser quality meetings, that it's not quite as expensive to lose them, right? So we're getting him up to about 20 or 25% closing rate. And then he will then raise our ad spend from about $1,000 a day to maybe $1,700 a day, $1,800 a day, and fill him up in February. That's kind of the goal. As I'm filming it, it's currently January 1st, and I'm just ranting and telling you what's going on. So I'll go back into here, show you our deals. So today we brought in a $3,000. Yesterday we brought in a secured seat and then a pay in full for our program. You can see the price there. pay in full, reserve seat, payment made, and then 3,000. So coming into the month, pretty strong here. I do think that this month we have a high chance of being a six-figure month if the team rallies. And we've got some teams different people in the team kind of taking different trips and stuff and doing different things. And I don't want to be like a dictator with their time. Like if they want to do this, they're gonna do it. So that's kind of my philosophy. I need to build a good business that is good to work for, and then they're gonna decide how committed they want to be. And if you watch one of my videos on this channel, I told you it's what's the mindset that makes me an extra $83,000 a month. I was referencing, the sales pace that we're on right now with the company, and I see my job as building a great funnel and a great sales process, and they can decide how hungry they are. And obviously, the hungrier and the better performing you are, the more I promote you, the more I give you bonuses. I'm not gonna dictate people's time. They can decide how bought in they want to be to this. That's kind of my general idea. Because expecting blind loyalty just doesn't work. So that's the update, right? I'll show you a little bit into our ad account here. I've had some people request me to do a deeper dive into Facebook ads. Totally could do that. I just haven't had the time really. Okay, so let me pull this up. So I'll show you, this is our main campaign. Let me collapse it so you can see some of the data here. So this is just today. You can see we've spent $549. So our booked call cost is a bit high. Oops, over here. $549. So you see our booked call cost is a bit high for today. Usually it's about $50 to $70. And today, well, I guess it is about $50 to $70 today, isn't it? So we've kind of caught up a bit. Click-through rate, cost per click. I have my campaign separated into a handful of different ad sets that are performing quite well based on the audience. So we've got Jim Rohn, Napoleon Hill, John Maxwell, entrepreneurship. Some of these are optimizing for calls. Others are optimizing for leads. And I'm kind of letting those compete. I have Hyros showing me, which one does better or worse, right? You can see we're spending $350 a day on one, $200 a day on the other, $200 a day on the other, $250 on the other. And I'm kind of getting my ad sets above that $200 or $300 a day spin because they tend to perform really, really well at that level. You just get a ton of hits on the pixel, and it can learn really, really quickly. So that's kind of that. You can see my ad in the funnel in some of the other videos. I've been very transparent about that. You can literally see the whole funnel and the whole thing. So I just wanted to give an update. This is not a very lengthy video so much because not a lot has happened, but I've been doing an update video at the first of every month. Last month, like I said, we ran ads for 5 days, and then I was just screw this. This is terrible. These are terrible leads. Anybody who has money or wants to do this serious is in kind of holiday mode. The good leads, they're not in this mindset in December. And so I turned them off. And my theory was completely right. Literally just coming into January here, we're already pacing really, really strong and getting great returns. So I'm really glad that I saved my money and just went ahead and turned my ads off. So yeah, that's kind of what's happening. I mean, look, that's the update. I've got one full-time sales rep, one shadowing, who's my brother, shadowing him, taking the overflow. As he closes this month in February, aiming to have him get his own leads. So we're going to ramp up our advertising spend to fill their calendar as well. And then I have a third closer who's currently a phone setter, setting for our main closer, who will then self-set 1 out of 5 of their meetings. And as they close them well, and those students go on to succeed in the program and everything, they're setting expectations properly. They're not just making the deal happen, but they're setting expectations, and the students are going on to be happy with their decision. Then they will have the opportunity to take calls during March, and then I'll have 3 closers. At that point, the business is fully capable of anywhere from $220,000 to $250,000 a month in front-end cash collected, new cash, maybe even $300,000, and definitely $300,000 if you include payment plans and split payments and stuff. At that point, the business will be about $80,000 to $120,000 a month in profit for myself, so that I can decide how to deploy that money to continue to grow the business. I pay myself, $6,000 to $7,000 a month right now. I mean, literally my income tax return for 2023 was freaking, I think, $70,000. So I don't really pay myself much. I live a decent salary, but that money's going to stay in the business, and I just plan to find ways to improve our product, improve the customer experience, improve our marketing, etc. with that capital. And the goal is that this business, because I started with a $500 budget, becomes a business that creates $1 million in liquid profit. And that'd be just an amazing case study and a great thing to get to show people. And from the perspective of being the owner of the business. Other coaches and other people who have coaching offers, I think, would love to see that. But within the business itself, I have other more important goals, which we have so many strong goals coming into Q1 here. We've got student results goals. We've got, product goals. We've got total impact goals, like earnings for our students and everything. So got some really cool stuff moving. And look, it's just a super short video. I don't really have a lot to share. I just wanted to make this just to give you an update because I've committed to doing an update on this business the first of every month, and it is currently January 1st. So here I am making the update. That's it. Thanks.